What's going on, everybody? It's Chris from Out West with Chris. I'm planning a little adventure. This is totally spur of the moment. I just got done fishing this morning out on Klamath Lake. Oh, come here. Yeah! Man, look at the spots on that guy, dude. Whew, that's a good fish. Now, while I'm there, I might actually try to fish as well. I'm not positive, but I might give that a go too. So no matter what happens, should be an interesting little adventure. Yeah, it should be pretty beautiful up there. So let's get on the road. Let's go to Crater Lake of Klamath Lake. This is Harriman Springs. Here, because I just got done eating in their resort, eating breakfast. Fished with my buddies Dean and Mason. They had stuff they had to go do, but now I've got time. I don't know what I'm going to do. So, with that in mind, I'm actually going to go do something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I'm going to head up to Crater Lake. I've never been there before. It's an hour away. This isn't really key fishing time, it's about noon, so fish aren't really biting super much. So I'm going to go up to Crater Lake. I've never been, and you guys are going to come with me. Excuse all of the bugs on my windshield. That's what happens when you drive Highway 97 in Oregon. Tons of freaking people up here. Look at all these cars. This is just trying to get off of the road to go into the park. It's gonna take me a little while, but I'm on a mission. We're gonna do this. I made it in! Yay! They let me in. So now I'm driving to one of the access points, and I think there's only one trail where you can hike down to the lake. Pretty much everything else is on top, like on the rim. And I don't know a ton about Crater Lake, but from what I do know, it used to be like a big volcano. Volcano went boom, left a hole. And it's a high elevation, so it snows up here, the snow melts and fills up the lake, thus you have Crater Lake. Crater Lake is one of the oldest national parks in the whole national park system. I learned that by listening to the AM radio information channel, which is cool. Crater Lake is the deepest lake in the United States, and many consider this the most pure, cleanest water in the world. So that's pretty cool. Rumor has it there are trout in here, so we're gonna go try to catch some. When I got to the trailhead to head down to the lake, I realized there's gonna be a ton of people here, and I didn't really plan this trip very well. Like I said, spur of the moment trip, but I decided, hey, I'm here, I'm gonna go check it out. So started the hike down, lots of people, beautiful hike, pretty steep going down. So I knew, you know what, it's gonna be a little bit of a pain coming back out. But regardless, I started hiking down with all of these other people. the hike was going well. Got to a point where, you know, I was probably about halfway, and I could look down and see the beach, which really wasn't a beach. It was just a bunch of rocks. I could see the crystal clear water, and it looked awesome. And then I could also see all of the freaking people swimming. That's when the realization set in that fishing is probably going to be kind of tough. Swimming. No swimming makes me think I can walk over there though, so. There's people all over the place. This is the only spot without people. So clear. I gotta follow her. There's fish in here. Oh, there's one. Oh, gotta follow her. See him? I ended up hiking around a little bit, climbing over the rocks and squeezing in between people and asking them if I could cast, but it was just not really gonna happen. Oh man, that little hike really kind of kicked my ass. I'll tell you the truth. That was something. Going down, I knew, you know what, it'll be tough getting out. This is at elevation 6,600 feet. I live at basically sea level, so that's a minor problem. I'm out of shape, so that's a big issue. If you're a fat guy like me, you could totally do it. You just take your time. I did have to stop for breaks a couple times and just catch my breath. No shame in that. To be totally honest with you though, even though I'm a little bit sore and pretty sweaty, I'm really glad I did it. Tough little hike. I didn't catch any fish, but it was beautiful. And, you know, getting out and moving like that, I've been sitting a lot lately, driving up here, driving around while I'm up here, in my kayak, that type of thing. Just been doing a lot of sitting. So being able to get up and move around, it's pretty nice. And a nice strenuous hike where I broke a sweat. I mean, I'm sweating my balls off. But when you get to the top, you know, you almost get that euphoric feeling. You know, your lungs are kind of full and you just feel really good. Glad I did it. I'm gonna shut up now and let's keep looking around. I spent the rest of the afternoon just kind of driving around and stopping, pulling over, and taking different views of the lake. It's one of the coolest places I've been in a long time, and it just was neat to just sit there and think about how this thing was formed and look at how clear the water was and just take it all in. So this right here is Mount Scott, and this sticks up out of the ground, but look at this. Way up above the surrounding area, and we're gonna go kind of up there a little ways, and we're going to Cloud Cap Overlook. But first, I'm just gonna look at the horizon. Look at this. Don't come on Labor Day weekend. Tons of people. I bet you the fishing would have been a little bit better if there weren't so many people down there swimming and, you know, throwing rocks. And you can take a boat over to Wizard Island. There's an island out there. It's actually a cinder cone, which is kind of cool. You can take a boat over there and fish from over there as well. So that's the ticket, I think. Coming back up, I talked to a few different people, and they had said that if you can get over to the island, the fishing's actually pretty decent. So next time, maybe I'll try that. I couldn't get over to the island because all the boat trips over there were sold out. You know, this was a total spur of the moment deal. So that whole lack of planning kind of impacted me a little bit. But being spur of the moment, it's hard to plan. So across this little creek right here, a little draw or canyon, you'll see these figures, these rocks that kind of stick up, kind of vertical. I did a little rating, and what happened here was hot gases, like super hot gases, when this was a really active volcanic site, came up through the ash. So that's all ash over there. And because it was super hot, where this gas vented up, it solidified the ash, turning it into kind of like a stone. So then once this like creek started running, right, runoff, snowmelt, that type of thing, it started to erode over time this canyon. And basically what you're left with is these spires, these pinnacles. So there's supposed to be some really good pinnacles just down the road. I'm gonna go check those out, and hopefully they look pretty cool. Right over here, there's some more, and those are kind of neat. Those are kind of cool to see, especially when you know how they were formed. At this point, it was kind of nearing the end of my trip to Crater Lake, and so I checked out the pinnacles for a little bit more, but then it was time to get back in the truck and head back to Klamath Lake so I could fish that evening bite. This is kind of cool because way off in the distance, let's zoom in a little bit, way off in the distance, you can start to see Agency Lake and Klamath Lake. Some pretty big bodies of water way off over there. Thank you guys for watching. I had a blast heading up to Crater Lake. Let me know if you like this style of video. Let me know if you don't. Comment section down below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. And as always, thanks for getting out west with Chris.